No, I like to sometimes dress up. Looks good, right? You can't wear shirts all the time. Hello everyone, Jerryactric here with Jerryactric Midnight Movie Review. Tonight was finally the big night. It is Warcraft that I saw, and I was actually surprised. Full disclosure here, I know of Warcraft. I've seen some of the expansion packs. I've actually played the game on a few occasions, but I'm not really into the lore. So I was kind of concerned about this movie because I wondered if I was going to go in there and just be totally lost. Movies, made of video games can sometimes just be just for the fans, and that's okay. So I was a little nervous, but with a few rough starts in the beginning, I actually enjoyed myself. It was actually a pretty good movie. The plot is basically the first meeting between the orcs and the humans. So kind of a prequel to the almost series of video games of Warcraft. Orcs have a world that is dying. So their chief, who seems to be corrupted by some very dark magic called Fel, has decided that the only way is to find a new home and to create a portal. The portal, unfortunately, leads to the main world of where Warcraft takes place. With this, we start seeing a lot of the different races. I saw dwarves, humans, the orcs themselves, and you start getting a sense of what this world relates to Warcraft is all about. There's a lot of good action here. There's a lot of good heroes. The main human guy is a guy by the name of Lothar, and he's a very actually kind of a funny guy, kind of a man's man, but he's also very funny, and he is kind of our main human protagonist. On the orc side, we actually have and I know I am going to just destroy this, but Doratan, played by Toby Kebbell, who has started to realize that maybe the person leading the orcs doesn't have everybody's best interest at heart. There are a lot of other characters. There is a mage. There is a orc woman who is sort of almost looks human, and there's kind of a question about who she is. Warlocks, big wolves, and a lot of good action. One of the things when I first saw that this movie was coming out was I thought to myself, wow, Warcraft, I don't know anything about it, but my God, it looks gorgeous, and it still does. It looks just a little unreal in the locations, but real enough so you don't feel like people are just acting in front of a green screen. It looks very natural, and kudos to the actors, because sometimes when you're having to interact with very computer animated things, some people don't do it as well as others. But everybody here did a very good job. It actually looked like they were looking at or talking to somebody who really wasn't there. One of the things I really liked, and I think this is always important, especially that, is you don't have a lot of recognizable faces in this movie. And I think that works to its benefit because, as we all know, sometimes with star power, you see somebody and you're not actually looking at the character, you're looking at the actor who's playing the character. So by not having a lot of people who are instantly recognizable, I think it really helps this film. On that note, though, there is a cameo in this movie by a very big actress, and I was very surprised when she showed up on screen because you just wouldn't think in, a video game movie that they would get somebody that big. So that was really cool. I guess one of the things, and as I said, coming as a novice to Warcraft, that kind of confused me is that there are things that are mentioned or alluded to that I could see that the people who were watching this movie with me were fans of Warcraft, because there was a little like, oh my God, but to me, I was kind of like, well, I don't know who this guy is or who this character is. So it is kind of exclusive like that, but if you're a fan of Warcraft, and as we've talked about on this channel before, video game movies always are, oh my God, I hope it's good, I hope it's not bad. I think you'll like this. It seemed to me that it took the best parts of Warcraft and blended it in a way that makes the movie enjoyable. I actually saw kids there watching the movie. There were some jokes that I was like, oh my god, I hope the kid, But for the most part, there is action. This is an action movie. Not really a lot of language, which I thought was interesting, but maybe it's because in this world they don't swear like that, but there is a lot of violence. That's pretty much where the rating comes in. So yeah, go see it. If I said, if you're a fan of Warcraft, this movie will do you proud. And if you're not, like me, you might be pleasantly surprised. So this is Jerryactric for Jerryactric Midnight Movie Review, saying, if you're not going to the movies, then what are you doing with your life? Whew. It is hot in here, Gary. Man, have you turned the furnace up or anything? You don't notice anything? Look at me, man. I'm sweating. I just don't know what's going on. I mean, it just feels really hot in here. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Gary, what's that? That, right at your feet. What is that? Is that a space heater? It's June, Gary. It's like 78 degrees outside. What are you doing? You can't help it if you're cold. Well, you may not be able to help yourself if you're cold, Gary, but my God, the devil's about to walk in here saying, God, you got this place really just set up for me, didn't you?
So we got one. She started just passed out. So now we gotta find